The Jade against the current, records of immortal cultivation in the mortal world. Chapter 1. The end of the world is coming, and the remnant Jade is present. The sky of the last days was as red as blood, the earth cracked and the mountains collapsed, and the sky trembled. On that day, the young man named Shen Lycan was just an ordinary orphan in the city. There was confusion about the future hidden in his eyes, but he didn't know that fate had already been quietly rewritten. At the beginning of the apocalypse, Shen Lycan was looking for materials for survival in the ruins. Suddenly, a strange light bloomed from the dust, and a broken jade pendant appeared. The whole body of the jade pendant is like a netherworld blue crystal, but there are fine lines like blood flowing, exuding a mysterious and ancient atmosphere. Shen Lycan stretched out his hand to touch it, and in an instant, his consciousness was impacted by countless fragments of the past, the scene of a fierce battle between an immortal and a demon, the surging aura between heaven and earth, and a distant epic. Chapter 2. The beginning of the mortal body, the changes of heaven and earth. After the jade pendant entered the body, Shen Lycan's body gradually changed. He was not from a family of immortal cultivators, he had no spiritual roots, and he could not sense the aura of heaven and earth, but the jade pendant seemed to contain the power of defying the heavens, helping him awaken his abilities in the mortal body. In the ruined city of the last days, Shen Lycan met all kinds of survivors, Xue Lingyu, who was clever, calm and wise, good at alchemy and machinery, Zhu Yanzhi, who has a strong temperament, comes from an ancient warrior family and has the power of blood. The three of them worked together to find the origin of the remnant jade and the way to solve the end in the wasteland. Chapter 3. Suinman Conspiracy, Aristocratic Families Covet. It is rumored that the remnant jade is a relic of the fairy world, which can open the secret door to the road of immortality. This news spread like a storm throughout the Suinman family, and the masters of several major immortal cultivation sects appeared one after another, vowing to put the three of Shen Lycan to death. Shen Lycan, Xue Lingyu, and Zhu Yanzhi not only had to face the desperate situation of the last days, but also fell into the power struggle within the Xianmen. The most bizarre thing is that the former enemies have secretly joined forces with them to try to uncover the deeper secrets of the remnant jade. Chapter 4. In the depths of the fog, the life story is revealed. Tracing the origin of the remnant jade, Shen Lycan unexpectedly found that he was an orphan in the fairy world, and his parents were once masters of resisting the demon clan. The war destroyed his family and scattered the remnants of Jade. At this moment, Shen Lycan is facing a dilemma: should he inherit the bloodline of the immortal world, or stick to the will of mortals? Under the guidance of his senior brother Li Yueshan, he gradually grasped the true meaning of the power of the Jade Pendant, and made a life and death pact with Xue Lingyu and Zhu Yanzhi. Chapter 5. Bloody Battle Xiantian, Life and Death Battle. The final decisive battle is coming, and the great powers of the family gather at the main peak of the Xiantian sect. Shen Lycan was dressed in shabby robes, surrounded by former friends and enemies, and even the remnants of the demon clan in the past, fighting against the sect master with supreme immortal power. The sky collapsed and the earth split, spiritual energy surged, and the road to immortality gradually opened. Shen Lycan went against the current in his mortal body and set off a shocking revolution. Chapter 6. The Road to Eternal Life, a new chapter of dust. The war ended, the remnant jade brilliance dissipated, and Shen Lycan and his close friends embarked on a new path of cultivation. They are no longer bound by the family, and with the will of mortals, they open up their own path to immortality. The wasteland under the end of the world is alive and well because of their struggles. Cultivating immortals in the mortal dust is like the dawn of new life, illuminating countless confused souls. Chapter 7. Falling into the secret realm, trying to cultivate in the netherworld. A few months after the war, Shen Lycan and his party did not settle down. Although the brilliance of the remnant jade gradually dissipated, the secrets hidden inside were not completely revealed. By chance, Li Huchen discovers a clue to the netherworld in an ancient book, a place of trials left over from the rupture of the legendary immortal realm, from which only the strongest of minds are said to be able to make a real breakthrough. The three of them decided to venture into the netherworld, hoping to once again awaken the sleeping power of the remnant jade. The entrance to the realm is hidden beneath an ancient abandoned altar, surrounded by dim runes with a cold aura. As soon as he stepped into the secret realm, the air was instantly solemn, the aura between heaven and earth was turbid, and the black mist was winding and circling like a snake. Every step of the way seems to be faced with endless fear and temptation. The three of them faced a series of illusions and demons in the netherworld. Shen Lycan saw his broken past, the tragic scene of his parents being besieged and killed by the demons, and his lonely and struggling figure. He felt unprecedented pain and despair, but he also saw perseverance and hope in these illusions. At the same time, Xuelingyu encountered the alchemy test of the boundary between life and death, and she had to reconcile the rare ghost elixir with her extreme mind in order to get out of the illusion. Zhu Yanj is forced to face his own anger and hatred in the dark trial, and only by breaking the demons in his heart can he get his true strength. The three of them supported each other to tide over the difficulties together. In the final trial, Shen Lycan had a fierce conversation with the Lord of the Netherworld, an immortal ghost who had been sealed for thousands of years. The Lord of the Netherworld told him that the remnant Jade was a fragment of the great Dao of heaven and earth, and that only the mortal body could fully bear its reversal power, and the immortal spirit body would be corrupted instead. Shen Lycan realized his fate. It was not because of the mortal body that he was weak, but because of the mortal body, it was possible to walk out of the path of immortality that was truly different from the world. Before the netherworld realm disintegrated, Shen Lycan obtained the anti-heaven rune contained in the remnant Jade, which could burst out with amazing power at critical moments, but at the cost of eroding the user's life essence every time it was used. Chapter 8. The Dark Tide Rises, Betrayal and the Covenant. Outside the secret world, Shen Lycan and his party have just returned, but the Suanman family has set off a new dark tide. Within the Xiantian sect, Emma Wuchen began to doubt the rule of the sect master Tian Ningxian, and conspired to unite with other families to overthrow him. He secretly contacted Shen Lycan, hoping to exchange the cooperation of the remnant Jade for power. At the same time, Zhu Yanj's family descendants quietly appeared, bringing a call of blood resonance, wanting to pull him back to the family and regain the old glory of the family. Zhu Yanj fell into a struggle between loyalty and self. Xuelingyu is targeted by a mysterious organization that claims to be the guardian of the world of immortal cultivation that was secretly protected before the end of the world, and tried to seize her alchemy skills and residual jade power. The three of them each faced temptations and challenges, their friendship was tested, and their beliefs were torn apart. Shen Lycan discovered that there was a deeper dark force that was controlling all this, and even Xiantian sect master Tian Ningxian might be a pawn. Chapter 9. The darkness rises, and the demons are burning. At this moment, the remnants of the demon clan were unwilling to remain silent and secretly gathered, vowing to rekindle the fire of darkness. A high-level leader of the mysterious demon race, the Marquis of Flame Hades, appeared, who was once a sinner in the great war of immortals and demons, and now hides in the dark realm to accumulate strength. The appearance of the Flame Hades has made the situation in the last days even more treacherous. In a confrontation between Shen Lycan and the Marquis of Flame Immortal, they unexpectedly stimulated the true power of the remnant Jade. The two collided with each other, and the heavens and the earth were shaken. The Marquis of Flame Hades seems to be powerful, but it also reveals a trace of complex emotions about past grievances. At the same time, Liu Chen suddenly defects, and it turns out that he has been secretly working for the Marquis of Flame Sticks. The blow of betrayal plunged Shen Lycan into pain, but it also provoked him to awaken deeper. Chapter 10 Heavenly Dao Reversal, The Ultimate Showdown. Heaven and earth have changed greatly, the door of the avenue of immortality has been opened, and the boundary between the fairy world and the mortal world has gradually blurred. Shen Lycan led the awakened people of the power of the remnant Jade to fight the Flame Hades and his demon army in the ultimate battlefield to the death. On the battlefield, the aura of heaven and earth poured like a waterfall, and the two forces of immortals and demons collided fiercely. Shen Lycan activated the anti-heaven rune many times, and each time he paid the price of his vitality, but he also gradually reversed the tide of the battle. In the end, he broke through the shackles of all beings with a mortal body against the sky, not only defeating the Marquis of Flame Hades, but also opening the path of immortality that belongs to mortals. He made an oath in the dust that mortals were no longer weak, but the strongest beings in heaven and earth.